Raasch speaking from Northwest Iowa. It is September 19th, Saturday afternoon, and we're looking at the cornfield that we've been following. And you can see that the corn stalks are drying down, the husks are drying down. The two corn ears that we were looking at last week, or last reporting, continue to dry down. And there's still some moisture in that ear, though, and we have not had any frost. Normally, about this time of year, we've had a nip of frost, just a slight touch of frost. And on the other hand, this week has been extremely warm for mid-September. We've had 80s, high 70s and 80s all week, and a lot of sun. It's been fairly still for the week, actually week and a half. Today is really the first breezy day that we've had for quite a long time. So we are seeing the plants, the corn and the beans, changing color and drying down, shutting down in their fall patterning, pretty much as to their genetics, because we've not had the frost that helps them along. In the far distant scene there, you see some of our beans that are changing color, and the neighbor's field is far golden over here in the distance. So it is getting to be a real color patchwork throughout the neighborhood. These two ears are pretty well filled out. I counted 20 rows around and nicely dented. One is not filled to the end, and the other one is. But it's looking pretty good. We're not hearing any numbers about what the crop is doing around here, because of course no one's harvesting the corn yet. We have some folks that are doing some silage chopping, corn silage chopping. We do have a few livestock producers in the area yet that are doing that. We have a final cutting of hay down. We have not had rain for probably 3 weeks. Had a spit of a shower a week ago where parts of Northwest Iowa had an inch, but we just got spits. And so we're needing some rain just to help along the ground soil and that sort of thing. The crops, though, have pretty well finished their work of producing the grain and are starting to take on their drying status. So we'll take a look at the bean field that we've been watching here next. Here we are in Northwest Iowa again, September 19th, the Saturday afternoon. And this is the same field that we have been looking at, all the most recent reportings. And you can see the coloring has changed. This, again, was one of our later fields that was planted. And so there's still quite a little more green than the yellow golden coloring, but it is changing. And like I said, it has not been changing because of frost. This is actual timing of the plant itself in doing the shutting down for the harvest season, because we have not had that cold weather that often comes the 15th or so of September just to nip us for a little bit. And our typical killing frost in Iowa, in Northwest Iowa, is the October 15th time frame. So it's looking more and more like we're going to make it to that point. I've got a bean pod here on the cab of the truck here, and I counted 50 pods with a viable soybean in them. They're right at the very top. There's one with maybe one, but most of them have the 3 beans in the pod, and the groupings are mostly 4s on the main part of the stem particularly. So looks like we're going to have some beans out there. The fill has been good, particularly on this plant, and I went in a ways from the end rows, but multiply that by a goodly number of plants, and we've got a bean crop here. Once again, it's not in the bin, but it's looking pretty good. With our warm weather that we've had this last couple of weeks, it's really brought things right along. So just pan over here to the neighbors' beans that are quite a little further along, drying down. We have seen a few combines out in the field in the last few days, getting started on their soybeans, and so typically that's what's going on. The first in the area is the soybean harvest, and the corn follows behind with combining mostly of the corn crop. We do have, like I said before, some people that harvest some corn silage, and that's taking place now. And so here, as we were reporting, September 19th in Northwest Iowa, this is Carol Raasch signing off for Ag Reports Network. See you next time.